person who thinks all the time has nothing to think about except thoughts. So, he loses touch with reality and lives in a world of illusions. By thoughts, I mean specifically chatter in the skull, perpetual and compulsive repetition of words, of reckoning and calculating. I'm not saying that thinking is bad. Like everything else, it's useful in moderation. A good servant, but a bad master. And all so-called civilized peoples have increasingly become crazy and self-destructive because through excessive thinking they have lost touch with reality. That's to say, we confuse science with the real world.
This is the beginning of meditation.
Most of us would have rather money than tangible wealth, and a great occasion is somehow spoiled for us unless photographed. And to read about it the next day in the newspaper is oddly more fun for us than the original event. This is a disaster. For as a result of confusing the real world of nature with mere science, we are destroying nature. We are so tied up in our minds that we've lost our senses. Time to wake up. What is reality? Obviously, no one can say because it isn't words. It isn't material, that's just an idea. Reality is
The point cannot be explained in words. I'm not trying to put you down. It's an expression of you as you are. One must live. We need to survive, to go on. We must go on.
gentlemen, welcome to round number 11. Alex has the bets. Andre paying $2.20 for pole plus win. Interesting statistics there, Alex, I can't lie. Anyway, welcome to the main event, Miami Grand Prix. We have short qualifying ahead of us here, and then 26 laps around this absolutely gorgeous circuit. I absolutely love this track, and we should see how we go today. Maybe we get some weather. I still haven't seen weather this entire season. And I've only missed 2 races of commentating, and we still haven't seen weather. So maybe we get some weather this week. We'll see how we go. Anyway, Miami is probably one of the more technical circuits. It has 2 very, very interesting sections. The first corner is relatively sharp, so it makes for some pretty good overtaking opportunities. The second and third corners are mainly flat out. 4th, 5th, and 6th corners, very, very flowy. You have to get it pretty much bang on. We'll see it as we go on. Remember that you guys like the fastest lap. Tires are enabled. Let's go there, and you like the telemetry as well. I'm expecting to see probably some of the main guys out the front, so we'd most likely see Alex and who else? Andre up there as well. The Aston Martins most likely going to be up there, but we wait to see who can come out on top of pole. Apparently 11% for the race, so dry yet again. Cannot seem to catch a break. So anyway, let's see. Jumping on board with Jedi as per usual. Out there first. Miami looking absolutely stunning out in the sunset today. I think it's about 11 or 12 hours till the actual race starts itself. Pretty hyped and looking forward to that. I'll be waking up nice and early here in Australia. It's going to be about 5 a.m. So yeah, a DRS straight all the way down towards Sector 3, which is a really interesting sector, that's for sure. It definitely has some of the more difficult corners on F123 and on the F1 calendar in general. This long right-hander is deceptively tight, and then this chicane, you kind of want to cut that inside line and hit that out at apex as well. So it's a very, very, very technical third sector, and then you got the long straight, of course. But so we'd expect to see the drivers absolutely sending it through there. We'll see how it goes tonight. Welcome to everybody. Of course, around 11 Miami, Tier 2. Expect to see some action tonight. Qualifying is always something to enjoy. So, Jedi beginning his lap. Flat out towards the line, DRS wide open now as we head towards turn 1. Turn 1's about a 2nd or 3rd gear corner. Braking hard in the 100 meter board, 3rd gear. There we go, back on the power, bang on the power. McLaren getting out of the way nice and easily onto the S's. Now flat out towards the secondary S's, the more important S's to get right as Dan the racer immediately retires from the session. I believe he does have a qualifying ban for this race, but I'll get an update on that shortly. Decent apex, however, slightly missing it there as we go flat out towards Sector 3. DRS wide open, of course. Heading down towards a very technical corner. You want to get this bang on 2nd gear. Again, just narrowly missing the apex there. Nice and tight on the inside. Don't let it run out wide. It's looking good. It's looking calm. Not cutting the inside line as much as I would expect. A massive slide from the rear end at low speed. The car not exactly looking stable. 103.6 now the time to beat. Purple Sector 2, of course. DRS wide open now as we head down. Apologies. So that's Sector 2 and Sector 3. Apologies there. Back on the brake, 2nd gear, keeping it nice and tight on the inside line, running it out wide, get back on the power as quick as possible. And you kind of want to cut that inside curb for the final corner. DRS wide open as he heads towards the line. It's 129.245 the time to beat. And let's see what other people can do. So I believe we had a Williams to line. There we go. So Old Mate immediately setting a 128.949. So a faster time, significantly faster time there. As we look towards Toasty. I believe he's one of the reserves gone to the main role after Davis has left. Yeah, so Davis retired from this season after the shenanigans in Shanghai. As Toasty goes third fastest with a 129.567. Not a bad lap time at all. I think we have totally a scientist on the way now towards the line as well. What can he do? Flat out. And fourth. Good enough for fourth, 130.825. So not terrible there at all. Not bad at all either. Reaching as well on a lap. Keep an eye out for him. I think Alex is also on a lap. Let's jump on board with Alex real quick. Alex has aborted that lap. Andre on the intermediates as well. Just testing out everything's working, of course. As Tomo sets the fastest lap with a 128.497. Good to see. Andre sets his banker, 132.336, and that's on the intermediate tyres, of course, as well. So using a spare set of tyres is getting an understanding of what's going on. Reaching to the line. What can he do? This will be interesting to see. As Howie in the McLaren goes for a 127.566, so pretty much a second faster than everybody else. Good to see. Rishi goes good enough for third at 128.841, so a little bit of time still to find out there, about a second or so. We'll jump in with leader. There we go. Who else is on a lap at the moment? Doesn't look like pretty much everyone. I mean, Kendra is technically on an out lap. Orphan drop. Who's going to start their lap? You can see, I think that was one of the Hasses just preparing their tyres. Ghost Rider getting ready to go now as well. Keep an eye out for him. He'll be interesting to watch, but Orphan Drop is definitely one to watch. As I believe Banana Cake starting their lap. Apologies, guys. I'm still a little bit sick, so I'm not going to sound exactly perfect tonight. As into the S-bends we go. Sector 1. A lot of apexes still to be found out there. Sector 2 yellow flags. Do we have a spinner potentially in the chicane? Doesn't look like it. I'm going to jump on board with... I think it was Kendra who's about to start as Dan the Racer joins back. So I wonder what's happened there. Big old wheel spin from Kendra. What's going on there? Ghost Rider continuing on their way. Down towards Sector 2. Tricky little corner here, third gear, tuck it on the inside, just narrowly avoiding getting an invalidation there. That was really, really clean, actually. Into the chicane, cut that inside, that's beautiful through there, not a hint of a slide. Exactly what you want to see, back on the power as quick as possible. DRS down this straight right about now as it gets opened, and down the straight we go towards Sector 3. The penultimate corners. Flat out towards the start-finish line. And how is that for Ghost Rider? It's good enough for second. So that's only 0.6 behind. Fantastic from Ghost Rider. Fantastic to see him up there. As yellow flags are shown yet again. I think the McLaren just maybe getting in the way ever so slightly there. Alex is on his lap as well, so keep an eye out for him. Sector 1 yellow flags are flying. As Alex maybe backed out of this one. Yes, he has. So Alex again backing out. And I get a feeling he's trying to look for a clean track. As I believe he just invalidated that like going over the chicane, which is okay. Rock Cupid, I just noticed that. Apologies there. Goes second fastest with only 4/10 behind, with Verstappen coming in third. So good to see some new drivers up the front there. As Kendra sets the 127.471, that's what we were looking for, and that's only a 10th faster. So Howie now has a little bit to play for and a little bit on his mind. Alex backs out yet again. Not looking good for Alex at the moment, yet to set a lap. Crowjag, one of the guys doing a major fast lap out there at the moment. We'll see where he can put himself. I'm expecting about P8, P9. The times are toppling, ladies and gentlemen. They're not going anywhere fast, but they are improving. Sector 3 yellow flags. Just the McLaren getting away. So, Crowjag, what can you do? Goes up to 14th position with a 2 second behind the leader. That's okay. Who else is on their outlap at the moment? Howie's on his outlap. We got Ghost Rider about to head out. Tomo's on his outlap. Orphan Drop on his lap. About to finish his lap. George Morgan, welcome. The absolute GOAT himself. I can't believe I'm seeing that. Orphan Drop to the line, and what can he do? It's good enough for 9th at the moment, doesn't improve. So, all to play for here. Howie warming up his tyres at the moment. Verstappen sets that lap and has invalidated the last attempt, so it is what it is. Howie has a lot to play for here. He's got a lot to do if he wants to find that pole position. So Howie to start his lap, sending it down towards turn 1. Let's stay on board with him at the moment. Turn 1, third gear, second, first even for him. He gets it nicely down on the power. It's looking consistent through there, nice and smooth as well. Not even a hint of a slide as we head down towards the S's of Sector 1. Tight on the inside line, it's looking clean, it's looking smooth, not a singular mistake so far. A little bit wide on that apex there. Very, very, very calm though. Very aggressive on the gear changes as well. Good to see some different driving styles. As flat out towards Sector 2 we go. DRS wide open now. Heading down, it was purple Sector 1. Sector 1 yellow flags, I think that's Kendra in the wall, or there is a Mercedes in the wall there. So this is going to come down to the wire. Here we go. Flat out into the chicane. Don't invalidate that lap. Oh, that's a little bit sketchy through there. Maybe not enough for Howie. It's good turn in though. Consistent turn in. Maybe a little bit of a toe from that Ferrari in front. That might help him ever so slightly get those 95 milliseconds that he needs. DRS wide open as we head down towards some of the final corners here on Miami. This track is absolutely phenomenal. Andre sets a third fastest lap. Good to see. First, second, and third gears all being used as we head now flat out towards the line. What can Howie do? He can't improve. He cannot improve. And there's 6 minutes left, so there's still a little bit more to come. That Ferrari just avoiding the back of Howie there. I think Andre on his lap as well might have backed out of it. Actually, it doesn't look like a very big push lap. Alex, though, still yet to set a proper decent lap here, and this is not exactly what we'd like to see from Alex. We normally see him at the front, and it just doesn't look like he's finding his laps at the moment. He's invalidated every single lap he's pushed out there at the moment. He hasn't been happy with the laps he's been putting out. Remember, he's one of the only drivers driving in VR. So it's still a major feat to see him at the front every single time. But we'll see what Alex can do around this mighty Miami circuit as he has a massive moment. And it just doesn't look like Alex is ready at all. His setup doesn't look consistent. His driving doesn't look consistent. This isn't the Alex we're used to. This is very, very surprising to see, but at least he'll set a banker this time, unless he boxes and forgets about it. He might be on old tyres, another lockup as well. And it just doesn't look like it's coming together for Alex at the moment. A 128.3, and that's good enough for 9th. So, even with all those mistakes, he's still a little bit competitive. We'll see where he comes out, though, when it comes time to finish qualifying. I think Master Jedi had a bit of a moment during his lap He's definitely lost a lot of ERS, so definitely going to have to keep an eye on that. But all the drivers pretty much in the pits now. We'll just watch Alex finish off his little banker there. So, with 4 minutes left of qualifying, it's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top. I mean, if Alex can find the pace that he needs, they do look like used tyres, then maybe we have a challenge at the fight. But Kendra at the moment holds first place, which isn't rare. We have seen them up there quite a few times recently. As Alex just forgets the corner exists. That's okay. Now, Kendra, on that outlap at the moment, we'll be looking to improve that time by at least a tenth and a half, maybe 2 tenths to be considered safe for P1. And this track is decently heavy on tyres, especially in that second sector. So it'll be interesting to see what Kendra can do. Do they push as fast as possible right off the bat? Do they save tyres for the end of the sector? We'll have to just wait and see. As everybody gets ready to set their flying laps. Alex boxes for the final time. He'll be coming out for the final time in a sec as well. But here we go. Kendra to start their lap into the final corners that aren't flat out. So it's flat out now. Towards the line we go. What has happened here? Kendra boxes. Maybe. Oh, that could be detrimental. That could be absolutely detrimental to Kendra. Alex states he needs more rear wing in the chat, so definitely not happy with his setup at the moment is Alex, and that's okay. Got to learn to deal with what you have, unfortunately, sometimes, as Tomo comes out the pits to start his outlap. I think we do have one of the McLarens, I think it was Toasty. We'll jump on board with them. As warming up those tyres and getting ready for the send. 2 minutes left of this session, and I get a feeling that Kendra put on old tyres and didn't mean to. As flat out towards the line. Can Toasty improve on this lap? We will have to wait and see as we head down towards turn 1. P16 at the moment will be looking to get into the points, paying positions to start off this Grand Prix. Toasty now into sector 1, looking pretty clean and consistent there. Not bad at all. A little bit wide on the exit, but that's okay. Flat out towards the S's now. 7th gear. Much cleaner compared to last time. Yellow flag, sector 1. Everybody's going to be getting in everyone's way now. 3rd gear as we head down towards the DRS zone. Sector 2 coming up. At the moment, he's 4 tenths faster than his last lap, so that's exactly what we want to see from Toasty. Flat out towards sector 2 chicanes we go. Ducking it on the inside, and that's pretty nice and consistent there. A little bit wide for the hairpin, but that's okay. That Esteban really has to get away. Oh, that is really wide there for Toasty, and that might not pay off the risk. And it hasn't at all. He's now 50 milliseconds down. Yellow flags in front. A lot of drivers now getting in the way. They're going to have to get out the way for Toasty as he sets his lap. Down the back straight we go. Final 3 corners to go for Toasty. What can he do? Towards the line we go. Flat out. 4th gear. 5th gear rising all the way up to 8th. As we head towards the line. DRS wide open. And what is it? It's not good enough to improve, unfortunately. 16th. For Toasty. Krojag retires. Andre sets the fastest. No! What's happened there? So Andre's got a 5 grid place penalty. That's absolutely massive. I think Andre's had a moment. Lemon retires from the session. And you have to start asking what has happened at the background there. Rock Cupid now on a lap as well. Verstappen, all of them are on laps now. Let's stay on board with Alex. This is the one to watch. This is the one that matters. He has to find his lap, and he has to find it now. So Howie and Andre to the line. They won't continue qualifying. Kendra at the moment holds pole position. Drama at the end of qualifying. You'd expect nothing less from Tier 2 Race Spec Esports. Alex will get a nice little tow here down the back straight. Old mate retires from the session in 15th place, so well done there. Little bit hesitant on that front end. He wasn't kidding about more rear end needed. Alex drops to 10th. 11th now as Jay Beza finds pace, and Orphan Drop also finds pace, and Tomo finds pace. They're all finding pace out there at the moment. Looks like the track is slightly improving. Alex will now have a nice DRS tow all the way towards the final corners. Apparently there was a bit of a moment between Lemon. What can Alex do? This is the big one. This is the absolutely monumental for him to get it right, and it's not good enough for anywhere near the top 4 at the moment. He's dropped down to P8, unfortunately, for Alex there. He won't be happy with that. P9 now as the laps are coming in thick and fast. Rock Cupid to the line. That's good enough for 3rd. Fantastic to see, but nobody can fight the top, with Kendra setting the best lap time of a 1:27.471, unless someone has something to say about it, and I don't think they do, unless Kendra sets a faster lap, and they do. Kendra absolutely slamming everybody out there today. Fantastic to see. Well, there is your grid for the start of this Grand Prix. Now, remember the rules here for Race Spec Esports. We don't have any formation laps, so we're straight into it right off the bat. Now, Kendra setting a 1:27.229 ahead of the pace, significantly faster than a lot of the other drivers out there tonight. Howie will line up 2nd, Rock Cupid in 3rd, Andre 4th, but will drop down all the way to 9th position, unfortunately. Tomo, Jay Beza, Verstappen, Reaching, Orphan Drop, Alex, Ghost Rider, Marshjetto, Banana Cake, Totally, Toasty, Old Mate, Kojak, Lemon Dan, and, of course, Astrigo with the penalty. Now, the question is, how does this race go? Because we'd expect nothing but chaos for Miami. This is going to be very, very interesting to watch, especially into that first corner. Do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We have just 7 seconds till we start getting ready for this Grand Prix. It'll be interesting to see what the drivers can do around here tonight. As we wait eagerly for the Grand Prix to start. Just gonna do some stuff in the background just to make sure you don't get interrupted, guys. Interesting to see what happens now with this Grand Prix. Just waiting to start here. Predictions in the chat, of course. 0.037. Jeez, that is very tight. As we go to 5 red lights out of the drivers. Kendra lines up on pole, and it's lights out. Away we go. And Orphan Drop immediately gets a penalty off the line. And that is massive chaos at the back there, having a massive moment. I think that was Old Mate or someone back there. But Kendra getting the exact kind of line that you would want to start with. Howie as well, getting off the line. What has happened? There's been absolute chaos at the back. Reaching has dropped down positions, but Howie will be right on the back of Kendra to start this Grand Prix. And I just did not mean anything else other than chaos when I said there will be chaos. This is it to be expected at this point. I should be expecting this. Kendra getting the exact start you would want to see from pole position at the moment. But Howie now hunting down and looking for first place. 29 laps ahead of us, and there's a long way to go. But these guys are going 3 wide down the back straight. This is fantastic to see here in Miami as Howie takes the lead and Kendra drops down to 3rd. Tomo takes 2nd position. Fantastic little bit of racing there. And unfortunately, not the start that Kendra would have wanted. Maybe backing off just a little bit. Rock Cupid dropping down to 4th as well. Tomo must have had an absolutely banger start to move up to 2nd place right off the bat after starting 4th. Fantastic to see. Now, Kendra will be looking to fight back, but Tomo still running the back of Howie. What is Tomo on tonight? He's got something in his blood and he's absolutely hunting. Howie will not be happy with that. I think that was Verstappen going for a move potentially on Rock Cupid there, not getting it done. So Tomo at the start of this Grand Prix started 4th. He's now 1st. What an absolutely banger first lap for him as we move into the 2nd phase Second lap apologies there. Jay Beza and Verstappen going side by side. I think Verstappen having a moment. I can't catch up to him. He's back. Yep, he's spun all the way back around. Unfortunately, I think having a moment into turn one, maybe locking those rears. But we continue on as Howie's still right in the back of Tomo. I get a feeling that Tomo might be running less wing compared to Howie. Howie looks a lot more stable through the corners, I guess you could say. And Tomo seems to find a gap all the way down the straight. Holding my breath now as we head towards the chicanes. Howie thinks about it, backs out of it, knows that's not a smart move to make as Andre makes a move as well at the back there. On racing, good to see. Let's see if Andre can hold that position and maybe Alex can move up some positions, especially after that mistake from Verstappen. Just looking at those deltas, making sure there's nothing serious happening. I get a feeling though how he's thinking about a move down the back straight, but he just can't catch at the moment. That Ferrari seemed to be running a lot less downforce than that of the McLaren as Master Jedi and Alex going side by side. Let's jump on with that as Alex goes around the outside. Good little move there to move him up into, well, actually hold position. As Jedi thinks about the inside move, DRS now gets enabled 3 laps into this Grand Prix already, and it's already gone so fast. As Alex looks to go around the outside, can't make it happen, and backs out of it to live to fight another day. Through the S as we go. It's all going to be about maintaining tyres. Actually, let's get an idea of what kind of tyres people are running, actually. This will be interesting to see. So a few hard compounds out there and absolutely no soft compounds, which is to be expected. As Howie thinking about the move yet again. Maybe closer and ever closer this time. Tomo goes defensive. Howie looks for the inside, can't find it. Alex passes Jedi apparently. Keep an eye on that. And with DRS active this time, I get a feeling that Howie was saying hello to that rear wing of the Ferrari and hugging that Ferrari all the way down this back straight. Has Howie maybe got a better exit this time? Howie with DRS now swings on past Tomo. There's nothing he can do. Kendra is watching from the back as well. Tomo now will be thinking, what can I do to try and get in front of Howie again? How can I make this happen? Master Jedi and Alex are just going side by side constantly. As Howie sets the fast lap, so he's looking for that pace at the moment. That's the main thing. Alex and Master, these guys are fighting very, very hard at the moment. Alex looks for the inside line, the dive, and it's looking good. Fantastic block pass there. A little bit of chaos on the back as we expected. But a good block pass there from Alex, and Master Jedi can't do anything about it. Looking towards Jay Beza now. Rock Cupid will jump on board with that as soon as we're through these S's safely. Going to jump back on board with it now. The Haas and the AlphaTauri. DRS wide open for the both of them. They both have it, so they're going to be dragged along by Kendra in front. As I think that was Tomo going for a move. He thought about it, that's for sure. And all the while that Howie and Tomo are fighting, Kendra has caught right back up to this fight. And with DRS, I get a feeling that Tomo's going to soar straight past, but it wasn't the way that it happened down the back straight, so don't expect it. I may have spoken too soon. Here comes Tomo in the back of Howie. Is he thinking about it? Thinks about it, backs out of it. Good decision there from Tomo. Jay Beza also backing out of his contest at the moment with Rock Cupid. Master Jedi still going side by side with Alex. This fight will not stop. The entire Grand Prix as they touch and come out of the corner, and guess what? Here comes Banana. Master will not be happy with that at all. That looked a little bit aggressive there from Alex, but you know what? Racing is racing. Maybe sustaining damage there as well, losing a load of time as well, unfortunately. Kendra and Tomo through the S's, just hunting down Howie. It's all to play for here at the Miami Grand Prix. 5 laps of 29, still a long way to go in this Grand Prix, and expect to see a safety car. Did I just speak a little bit too soon, maybe? I think Crow Jag having a moment. Is he in the wall, maybe? Rock Cupid, DRS now as well, going defensive. Jay Bezza looking for the inside line, going aggressive. As the inside line, I'm going to jump on board with Tomo and Howie there. I just saw these two fighting. I think we're going to switch between the 1 and 2 and 4 and 5. That'll probably be the guys we switch against the most. Just flat out we go yet again. So Tomo right on the back of Howie. DRS this time. And DRS getting activated. And Tomo said, I've had enough. Moves to the front. There's absolutely nothing that Howie can do about it unless Jay Bezza leaves the session. What is this? That'll be interesting for the stewards to look at. Howie still right on the back of Tomo, and this is a fantastic fight for P1 at the moment. DRS wide open as we head towards turn 1. Does Howie think about a dive up the inside? No, he doesn't. Tomo holds that inside line as Kendra and Rock Cupid. Apologies there, Jay Bezza and Rock Cupid going side by side. Let's just stay on board with this Howie and Tomo battle at the moment. This is the most important one for pole, first and second position. The podium places. Jay Bezza dropping down significantly after disconnecting. That's a punishment you get, unfortunately. The ghosts are set to 40% AI. Howie now absolutely gunning it down the straight and looking for that inside line. Tomo goes defensive. Doesn't exactly defend it, actually. As into the left-hander we go. Now the right-hander, the long swooping right-hander here. Now into the chicane. Any changes for position? Doesn't look like it. Alex and Banana going side by side. Old mate Dan the Racer. I might jump on board with that Alex fight. Looks pretty good. I will actually jump on board with that. Look at this. Alex having a bit of a moment there. Banana's going to be looking to capitalize on that. As Tomo and Howie going side by side down the back straight, and Kendra from absolutely nowhere going up the inside of Howie. I've learnt my lesson. I'm not jumping off this battle. DRS wide open for the both of them. Howie maybe looking for that inside line. Thinks about it. Backs out. Knows that's not a smart decision to make. And it's only a move you make if you're 100% sure it's going to stick. It's not a 50-50 spot. Howie has a significantly more amount of grip around the outside at the moment. All the while, Kendra with those hard tyres, staying consistently with this, that could do very, very well for Kendra. Flat out, the back straight, DRS wide open shortly here. Down the back straight we go, towards the braking zone. Howie's looking for the inside line. Tomo goes defensive, maybe for the chicane. Tomo concedes. No, he doesn't. He holds position. Fantastic defensive driving there from Tomo. Beautiful to see. To the chicane we go. No overtaking here as of yet. A little bit of a moment there from the rear of Tomo. As it looks like the fellas in the back of Andre and Rock Cupid are kind of catching this battle nice and quickly here. Howie with DRS and Kendra with DRS as well. I get a feeling Kendra's going to try and swoop past as well. We'll jump on board with Kendra here and just watch from the back as Kendra tries to make a move up the inside of Tomo and can't make it stick. A little bit of a twitch as well from the rear of Kendra. Those hard tyres are still not looking optimal yet. Tomo backs out of it. He knows that's not a move. I've said it a million times. I'll continue to say it. It's not a 50-50 spot. If you're making a move there, you are committed and you are absolutely sending it. Our first person into the pit lane is totally on 7-lap old mediums. I wonder if he's got some damage that he's trying to get rid of. Definitely possible. Kendra still right on the back of Tomo as well. I've just noticed that. And with DRS, I get a feeling that Kendra might just swoop on past but I may have spoken too soon. Tomo, I thought, was going for a move there on Howie. Howie having a little bit of a lock-up, so feeling the pressure from Tomo and Kendra. As into the chicane we go. Nothing happening as of yet. So Howie maintaining first position at the moment. Kendra back on the power. DRS wide open in a few seconds here. And Tomo's also going to have that DRS all the way down the back straight. Towards the line. Towards the corner. And Howie has been absolutely mugged. Unless there's something to be said about it. And I think he's going to try the move on the inside. I can't believe it. Kendra getting it all kinds of wrong going into the back of Tomo there. And now Howie has a secondary run. And going from first to third and maybe back to first. This is the move. Howie needs to make it. Needs to hold it inside line. Going defensive. Can't make a block pass stay. Goes for the outside. Now turns into the inside. Consistent and clean. Beautiful racing from these guys at the moment. Beautiful to see some clean racing as well. Tomo potentially looking for a move into the S's there. But I don't think that's personally possible. Rock Cupid now looking for the outside move on Kendra. Has Kendra maybe got a little bit of damage from running into the back of Tomo? Potentially. Let's jump off board. See if we can spot some damage. It doesn't look like there's anything at the moment. Let's see, we go DRS and swooping on past goes Tomo onto Howie. As through the chicane we go yet again. Nothing happening as of yet, and Kendra's dropped significantly back. And you start to wonder, have they got a little bit of damage maybe? Rock Cupid now right on the back as well. Be interesting to watch how he's still right on the back of Tomo. I think Tomo now starting to use the RS and trying to push away from Howie. Keep an eye on the back though. Rock Cupid, Kendra, Andre and Rishing all in this fight for third place at the moment. And the question starts to ponder in my mind, who's going to box first out of the medium runners? Who's going to be the biggest winner out of, boxing for a new set of tires? Who's going to get that undercut done right? Who's going to get the overcut done right? It's all going to come down to what they can do. Howie's still right on the back of Tomo, and like I said, I think he's running more wing compared to Tomo. He's going to always gain through the S's there. He's going to be very, very close this time compared to last time. Totally on those soft tyres, setting a 1:30.653. Not a bad lap time at all for race pace. Race pace, apologies. 2/10 all that separates Tomo and Howie. Howie may be thinking about the move and backs out of it. He knows he's playing strategic here. He's playing the game of pressure. He's using his mind, if you will, and it's fantastic to see that he's not just absolutely sending it up the inside, but he's actually thinking about the move that he wants to make, and I believe it'll be down this back straight. He's saved quite a bit of energy now. DRS wide open now as we head down the back straight towards the final few corners. Howie on the back of Tomo. Tomo constantly pulling away. Howie's slowly gaining. Little bit of rear twitch there from Howie, and Tomo still holding first position at the moment. Kendra still right in the back of Howie as well as Kendra goes into the pits. So I think there was damage for Kendra, unfortunately. Kendra into the pits. What's going to happen here? No, it's just a change of tyres. Maybe the tyre, the hard tyre, isn't the tyre to be on for this Grand Prix. Interesting to see. Very, very, very interesting. Kendra losing out many, many positions from that. Yes, definitely going to be one to watch. Tomo and Howie. It's always been a good fight between these two. I love watching these guys. They're very, very clean races to watch and always bring the most entertainment when they're fighting out the front. Tomo and Howie. So Howie looks to go around the outside. Tomo's going to try and hold that position as long as possible. And Andre from absolutely out of nowhere. Where's he come from? He's third all of a sudden. What? Interesting to see. Tomo has been overtaken by Howie, of course. And Howie will be trying to hold off Tomo as long as possible now as well. DRS wide open. I think Tomo's going to say thank you very much and swoop on by. Howie's going to be expecting that at this point. Oh, Tomo goes very deep, almost hits the wall. Howie now right in the back of Tomo, and this is not a 50-50 move. I reckon this will be a very, very, very significant move to make. But Howie's going to back out of it. He's thinking with his mind, he's thinking big picture here. As Tomo has a bit of a moment, causing that rear end to slide out ever so slightly. Through the S's we go, and that's just poetry in motion between these two. Beautiful to watch. Is that potentially a move going on in the background there for Rock Cupid? We'll jump on board with that later. Flat out. Back straight. DRS. All to play for. 12 laps to 29. How we thought about it. Rock Cupid makes the move as well. Makes the move stick on Andre. So the hard tires running amok at the moment. How we still run the back of Tomo. Flat out. Down the back straight we go. DRS wide open in 3, 2, 1 now. So Howie will be looking to creep up the order towards first place from second place. Is that Andre going for a move on Rock Cupid? Yes, it is. And making the block pass and significantly shutting the door. But Andre's had a moment and he's collected Rock Cupid at the same time. I think Andre losing the rear end, that's very rare to see. Andre making a mistake, feeling the pressure at the moment. The Aston Martin's supposedly crumbling at the moment. And all of a sudden, Alex is brought into the fight. Still yet to see any yellow flags that is of significance to bring out a safety car, a virtual safety car. Tomo and Howie still fighting at the moment at the front. Banana Cake Pie gets rid of those mediums. Pops on a set of hard tyres. Will that maybe help him at the end of this Grand Prix? We'll have to wait and see. There's Howie now with DRS. Side by side with Tomo. Looks to make that block pass, and I think he's done that absolutely phenomenally well there, reaching up the inside of Andre from downtown. Not a move you would expect to see. Jabez is saying he needs a safety car badly. Indeed, he does, mate. After disconnecting from Wi-Fi cutting out, unfortunately. And Howie has gotten past Tomo. However, Tomo says, thank you, I'm going to take that position back. And I think this is just going to be poetry in motion between these two. Although, Howie going really, really deep there. Maybe getting a little bit eager as they both come into the pits. And that wasn't on Howie's schedule. And you could see that because Howie was going for the inside line to continue the corner and then dove for the pit. So Rock Cupid now leads this Grand Prix. 13 lap old hards. Howie into the pits. Tomo into the pits. And this is going to be very, very significant. How far ahead is Tomo out of that pit lane? Not very far ahead at all as Kendra sets the fastest lap on those mediums. And maybe Kendra's cooking here. Whoa, up the inside goes Master Jedi, and that split the two contenders, and a little bit of a moment there as well from Master. I think maybe those medium tyres, those 13 lap old medium tyres haven't warmed up or something. Just all over the place at the moment. That Mercedes isn't looking planted at all, and Howie's just being held up all this time. This is not going to be happy days at all for Howie. Howie would not be happy at all with this Mercedes in front of him. That's very, very dangerous racing at the moment from Master. It's almost looking like he's trying to cut him off. As Howie now with DRS. I can't add anyone in, unfortunately. It's not in my permissions. I can't invite people. Howie and Tomo still that net P1 and 2. Although Kendra is looking like a potential contender for P1. As Rock Cooper gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and unfortunately that's going to be very significant at the end of this Grand Prix. A lot of the drivers opting to box now. Alex still hunting down with those hard tyres. He'll be thinking about where he can box to try and get the most out of those tyres, of course. Dan the Racer gets another penalty. 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, unfortunately. As Howie was thinking about the move there in the S's, and I can't believe I'm saying that, but it was actually consistently on. Howie's significantly faster than Tomo by the looks of it on these hard tyres. As Howie's gotten it done even before DRS was open there. Tomo's still there though. Tomo thinking about a move and backs out of it. Knows that's not a smart decision. Chicane coming up now. So Tomo with DRS, down this back straight we go. He's going to swoop straight on past Howie. And this battle continues. Smoke out the front. I think maybe Alex having a little bit of a lock up there. Reaching into the pits. Howie's still right there. Looking for the inside line. Good clean racing from these two. And the Ferrari holding off the McLaren as best as possible. Maybe looking for the inside line though. Howie at the moment. And I'm going to assume it's a yellow flags. Virtual safety car is out. What has happened there? That happened ever so quickly. And all of a sudden the race is neutralized. Down to 40% racing speed. So the question now begins, what's happened for the virtual safety car to be put out? Will it potentially go to a full safety car as Totally a Scientist retires from the session? That's in the pit lane as well. No, it's not. That's not in the pit lane at all. There's a full safety car. That could be a monumental penalty. A monumental penalty coming Turtle's way. That was on track. So the safety car, it was a virtual safety car originally. Totally a Scientist is then retired on track and the safety car has been pulled out. So I wonder now, is that could be some significant, that could potentially be a race ban coming the way of Totally a Scientist. And I don't know what he was thinking there. You have to retire in the pits, unless you crash, of course. Let me see if I can invite Jay Beza. I don't think I have you, but I'll have a look. Yeah, it doesn't look like I do have you, mate, unfortunately. So, that's how the cookie crumbles, and Tomo boxes for a new set of mediums. How he stays out on the hards. So, has Tomo played this to perfection, or... because all the drivers are now boxing for a new set of tyres. Apart from Howie. Howie's staying out. Toasty also dropping those 11 lap old hard tyres. And I get a feeling that Howie will be thinking, oh, you know, how can I make this work? As you know, it's scandalous and as controversial as this safety car could potentially be. It's going to provide us with some very interesting racing. You know what it's doing? It's bringing the McLarens, not the McLarens, apologies, the Aston Martins straight back into contest. which is what we'd like to see, because they're always fun to watch. If you can maybe at him in the Discord, see if you can get an invite, but I don't know how it would work. Can you not just join back? I don't know if that's possible. And I can't alt tab because it'll crash the game, unfortunately. Sorry, mate. So under safety car at the moment. All the drivers are pretty much stacked up. They will be by the end of this lap. There may be... Well, there definitely is still more to come. We're on lap 18 of 29. Jabez the joins back. So, the man that was forecast a podium is back into this Grand Prix. 3-lap old hard, so not the worst strategy the AI has come up with. And we'll definitely see how he does as he comes back in. Safety car should theoretically be in either this lap or the next. I don't think he would be staying out for more than 2 more laps. Back of the pack, Crowjag moves to catch up to the back. So yet again, as I was saying, Howie's not in the most optimal position here with 4-lap old hards as compared to everybody else on pretty much brand new mediums. So it'll be definitely interesting to see how Howie holds off that fight from the medium runners. Is it maybe safety car in this lap? It doesn't look like it. Can confirm it is not. And it's just generally because the back markers still haven't caught the back of the pack yet. Which can start to get a little bit annoying for these front runners, I can't lie. I have been in that position before and it just starts infuriating you. You start to wonder why we haven't gotten back underway in racing. However, I think this will be all helping out Howie. Putting less and less wear on those hard tyres. Giving him less and less laps to need to defend from those medium tyre runners. 10 laps to go. As Astro gets a monumental penalty. That's a 5-second time penalty. Severe collision with Toasty under safety car conditions as well. Not something you'd like to see if you're Astro. Crowjag boxes again. What is going on? I have to say it because it happens every single time we have a safety car. This guy consistently boxes and it's starting to get a little bit strange. Definitely. He boxes almost every single lap that the safety car is about to go in. Maybe makes the safety car go a little bit longer, which gets very annoying very quickly. But he should catch the back of the safety car relatively quickly now. Just listening to that throttle plate. Making sure there's nothing sus going on there. There we go. Okay, so he's caught the back of the pack, and I think that should be safety car in this lap. There we go. So just before the possibility of no safety car in. So safety car in this lap. Howie will lead away the pack for this safety car restart. 19 laps out of 29, so 10 laps still to go. Got to wait for that safety car to peel into the pits. Bert Mylander has to be away from the track. He has to be in safety. How he can go at any point in time. Howie still hasn't gone. He still hasn't gone. Kendra's right in the back of him. And there we go. Howie goes. So, back underway in racing, and Alex has got an absolutely banger start compared to Kendra. I think he actually clipped the rear wing and probably wasn't expecting that much overspeed. Where has this come from, Alex? Massive dive bomb up the inside, and all of a sudden, Tomo's born to contention. Massive moment from Kendra, hitting the wall. Chaos at the restart, as expected. And all of a sudden, Tomo has a lot of fire and time to catch up to that leader of Howie. These guys are back and fighting, and guess who's back in the pits? Crow Jag. What the hell is going on? Making little to no sense. Alex and Andre now as well, the two Aston Martins brought back into contention. All of a sudden, that's looking really good for Constructors Championship as well. Alex and Andre, they don't want to be fighting too hard. They're teammates. We had this happen before. Sector 2 yellow flags. I don't know. I don't see it on the track. I don't know why we have Sector 2 yellow flags. A little bit confusing there. DRS will not be activated till the end of this lap, I believe. Let's flat out towards the final few corners we go. 20 laps out of 29 completed. 9 laps to go. And all of a sudden, Tomo's right in the back of Howie, and Howie has those hard tyres. He's going to be kicking himself that he didn't go into the pits. So Howie may have already thrown all of this away, but all he needs to do is defend like he has been. We'll see how he goes. So Tomo will be consistently faster through the corners, as reaching an orphan drop going side by side as well. Orphan drop going a little bit wide on those soft tyres. I don't know why he's on soft tyres. Bit of an interesting strategy call there from the Ferraris, from the Alpine team. I get a feeling that Tomo's just got to swoop straight on past. It's a very aggressive late move there from Tomo, as Howie concedes first place. May have something to say about it at the end of the straight coming up. As through the chicane we go. The Ferrari of Tomo now pushing flat all the way to the floor. As we reach the final stages of this Grand Prix. 8 laps to go. DRS open for both Howie and Alex. But nothing happening of it as of yet. So Tomo setting the pace, and I think we have a crash at the back. We do. Kendra into the wall. I think that was Dan the racer, unfortunately. And Kendra's race has just gone from bad to worse, unfortunately. They will definitely not be happy. There'll most likely be a penalty coming the way of, I think it was Tomo, who pushed them off track, but we'll have to wait and see. Alex now within DRS range, as Andre as well as in DRS range. The two Aston Martins are just going to pull each other along. And you can really see that the drivers are pushing pretty damn hard to try and keep consistent pace, with Tomo at the front. And fair play to Howie as well. He hasn't dropped back too far in those hard tyres. As yet again, here we go for DRS. Down the back straight. Alex definitely likes to lock those rears. That's without a doubt. Howie's still well within DRS range as well, so going to be interesting to see how that pans out by the end of this Grand Prix. Andre right in the back of Alex. Something to look out for. Jay Beza as well. We'll just jump on board with that. Whoa! Jay Beza, massive moment. Almost losing it. And I think Crow Jag having a moment. And that's a safety car. What has happened to Crow Jag? As guess who's going into the pits? Front wing missing. Into the pit lane they go. Change out that front wing. And all of a sudden this race has been neutralized yet again. And the question now starts. Does Howie box for a new set of mediums? I get a feeling he won't. Because he'll lose so many positions by doing that. But you never know. There's always moves to be made. Things to be done. So back under safety car. Any predictions in the chat at the moment, guys? What do we think? Who's going to win this Grand Prix? I have my idea. A lot of the drivers switching to solid. This is going to be very, very interesting for the end of this Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. Do not go anywhere. Look how many soft runners we have now compared to medium and hard runners. Brand new sets of softs. Pretty much 5 laps to go. And the top of the pack are all on used medium and hard tires. So maybe Master looking for a resurgence. Maybe Kendra looking for a resurgence. I say that as Master gets a penalty. Definitely going to be interesting to see who comes out on top of this. Do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We've only got another 5 laps to go, and it's all under safety car at the moment. I wonder how quick are they going to call that safety car in. I don't think they'll wait too long. Do we have some predictions in the chat of who's going to win this Grand Prix, guys? It'd be very interesting to know what you guys think. Another lap under safety car and another lap closer to victory for Tomo. Although I do get a feeling that after that incident, after safety car restart, Tomo may have a penalty coming his way. I mean, there'll definitely be a penalty coming from Totally. Definitely, without a doubt, be a penalty coming his way. Because retiring on the track, especially under virtual safety car, could be considered race fixing. And it also disrupts the flow of the race significantly. So, again, it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Two back markers really need to catch that safety car if we want to get back underway and running. I wait for the call about Mylander to go into the pits. I think that was a flash. It should be enough. There. No. Not coming in just yet. Maybe safety car in this lap. It doesn't look like it. We go another. No, safety car is in this lap. Here we go. Make it through the field. Yeah, I would be surprised if there's chaos off this restart. We've had nothing but chaos this entire Grand Prix. It's been a fantastic battle to the front with Howie and Tomo, but it's all going to come to an end now with 4 laps to go. Everything on the line. Tomo leads the pack. Howie close behind in second on harder tyres. Tomo on the faster, fresher tyres, and we get back underway in racing. Ladies and gentlemen, the final 4 laps of this Miami Grand Prix. Do not go anywhere. This could be absolute chaos and pandemonium. Here we go. So, Howie will be hunting down the likes of Tomo. The soft runners should be making their way up the field really, really quickly as compared to the medium and hard runners. They'll be significantly slower than that of Orphan Drop and a few other drivers out there like Master and Rock Cupid on those soft tyres. Was that the Mercedes going side by side? Potentially a massive moment there at the back. What's going on? This is chaos as expected for the final points paying position. I can't tell who's who there, so Rock Cupid looking for the inside. Maybe at the moment on Kendra. Kendra's going to block it off. As around the outside of everybody goes Lemon. I can't believe I'm saying that. Lemon maybe just looking to go for the outside 3 wide through that corner, and that never works. I don't know why we're trying to go 3 wide through there. Kendra and Rock Cupid, and that's another moment for Kendra. Oh my God, it just doesn't stop as Lemon goes sideways. Caution is out, yellow flag. 3-second time penalty down the racer, and Kendra retires from the race. I think enough has been said there. That's fair enough. Absolutely shoved around through that sector and most likely sustaining damage to the point where they cannot continue. Anyway, Alex, let's go to the front of the field. Alex right on the back of Howie, and I think DRS should be activated relatively soon. Howie's going to be looking to go defensive. Alex takes that inside line. Goes aggressive and gets it done. So, Alex now. Flat out. That's chaos to the back as well. Old Mate, Ghost Rider and Crowjag all involved in that one. I'm not even going to bother looking at that. I always say it the way it is, and if I'm disappointed in the racing, I will say it. But at the moment, it's been okay. That last lap with the back of the pack may have been a little bit too aggressive, but we'll see how we go. Alex as well will be looking to improve and looking to speed up as well. 27 out of 29 laps completed, so not too many to go as Andre. So the Aston Martins are looking to push towards first place. I cannot believe I'm saying this. They were down in the dumps before. What has happened to my monitor? I had nothing there for a second. Apologies there. I don't know what happened. I'm back now. I can see Rock Cupid looking to get beside Jay Beza into the chicane. I can't believe that's a move being made. It is though. Rock Cupid making his way up to 6th place. Fantastic to see. Alex and Andre now hunting down the likes of Tomo. I don't think DRS is activated just yet, but we should have DRS on the final 2 laps of this Grand Prix. So Tomo looking to go defensive into there. Holds the outside. Alex locks up those rears. We know he likes to do that. That's his driving style. Jay Beza and Rock Cupid as well is going side by side. DRS is now enabled. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The final 2 laps of this Grand Prix. Do not go anywhere. Tomo could be winning this. Alex could be winning this. Howie's being dropped out of contention. Unfortunately, such a good race from him. And it's all come undone with the sake of a safety car dropping him well out of the pace with those hard tyres. Now it's going to come down to who has the perfect setup, who has the faster times, who's more consistent. I get the feeling that the 2 Aston Martins are going to pull each other along here all the way down this back straight, especially with that DRS. Ghost Rider retires from the session. We can't have a safety car now. Well, he's retired in the pit lane anyway, so it doesn't matter. Here we go. DRS wide open for Alex. Alex may be looking for the inside move. Does look for the inside move. Tomo's going to have absolutely none of it. The block pass done by Alex there. That's a fair move. The two Aston Martins. The Ferrari and the two Aston Martins sandwich at the moment. Toasty retires from the session. I believe that's on track as well. What is going on? Tomo will have DLS as well, so this will be interesting. Alex has used pretty much all of his ELS. Tomo's used basically none of it. Alex with the double move, that could be potentially illegal. Tomo looking for the inside line, doesn't break hard enough. Oh, that's Tomo's race over and done with. That is Tomo's race over and done with. 2 Eagle on the power, and unfortunately that is it. Andre as well having a moment, and all of a sudden Alex leads this Grand Prix. I cannot believe what I'm saying. From 9th place on the grid, Orphan Drop is in 2nd and Rock Cupid is in 3rd, and this is the final lap of this Grand Prix, and it's all come undone for the Aston Martin of Andre, and all come undone for Tomo as well, just getting too late on the brakes unfortunately, and he won't be happy. And now all of a sudden Howie as well is there as well. Chaos on the final lap of this Grand Prix as Jay Beza leaves the session right at the end, and I believe his internet probably cut out again as Howie goes around the outside of Rock Cupid. Rock Cupid's had a moment, and a big moment of that, and I think that is it for Rock Cupid as he drops out of the points unfortunately with no front wing. And there'll be a few people in the chat there that'll be absolutely devastated to hear that, unfortunately. Is maybe Orphan Drop thinking about a move here on Alex with those soft tires. Orphan Drop could be one to be actually potentially one to win here. Soft tires versus medium tires, a lot more purchase and grip compared to that of the mediums on the power now. They both have pretty much the same amount of ELS. Alex and Orphan Drop, it's going to come down to who has the DLS and who doesn't. Orphan Drop goes for the overtake. Alex goes for the squeeze. That's a little bit illegal. That's some Schumacher-esque style there. Alex goes for the late dive bomb. Orphan Drops looks to go for the inside line. Who's going to have it? I don't know. Who's going to get back on the power fast enough? It's still a line. Front out. Here we go. Orphan Drop to the line. Who's going to get it? It's Orphan Drop and Alex to come home in 2nd with a 10th between them. Tomo to come home in 3rd. Howie in 4th. Reaching Verstappen, Banana, Jay Beza, Andre, Rock Cupid, Master, Dan, Astro, Lemon, Old Mate, and Crow Jag to finish it off. What an ending to this absolutely phenomenal Miami Grand Prix. Orphan Drop, take a bow, my friend. Take an absolute bow. Coming home from where did he start on the grid? I believe it was something like P10 or P11. All the way to first. The fantastic strategy. Phenomenal to see. As Kojak comes across the line to finish off this Grand Prix. And there we go. Orphan Drop. Take a bow, mate. First position. Well done. I can't believe that. What a surprise ending to this Grand Prix. Well, there you go. I genuinely can't believe that. There'll be a lot of questions asked. Oh! Big old slip for Orphan Drop. Don't think I've seen that one before. That was funny. I like that. Good podium celebration. At least he didn't have some champagne in his hand. But the Alpines on top. Unlike in real life. Beautiful. Fantastic to see. So there you go, Orphan Drop from P8 on the grid. There you go. So P8 and P10 for Alex. Absolutely phenomenal racing. So Orphan Drop, Alex, Tomo, Howie, reaching for Stopping, Banana Cake Pie, Jay Beza, Andre, Rock Cupid Master, Astro, Lemon, and Crow Jag all coming home to take home some points tonight. Fantastic to see you guys out there today. We'll see you next time for, what is it next week? It's going to be Brazil for the final race of the season. Can't wait for that one, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you when we see you. Thank you for coming out tonight, and see you then.